Welcome back to JF Coin, the channel where history and money come together in the most fascinating way. Today we are going deep into the world of United States Liberty 1-cent coins and especially the famous 1979 edition. This small coin, which most people may not even notice in their daily life, has turned into a hidden treasure for collectors all around the world. Believe it or not, some pieces of this coin can reach an unbelievable market value, and today I will reveal why the 1979 Liberty 1 cent has become a serious subject of attention in the numismatic world. Let's start with the history. The United States 1 cent coin has always carried a special place in American culture. The Liberty cent design reminds us of freedom, strength, and the foundation of the nation. By the late 1970s, coinage in the U.S. had already gone through major changes. The 1979 Liberty 1 cent belongs to a time when America was struggling with inflation and rising costs of metals, which made even small coins expensive to produce. Collectors know that each year carries its own unique story, and 1979 is no exception. The coin itself may look ordinary, but the truth lies in the details. The weight, the shine, the mint mark, and the errors all make certain 1979 cents stand out. Some coins were struck with small mistakes, and those mistakes turned into goldmines for collectors. Misstrikes, off-center designs, double dies, and even small variations in lettering can turn a normal penny into something worth hundreds, thousands, and even more. Now let us talk about the current value. On the surface, a 1-cent coin is only a penny. But in the collector's market, the 1979 Liberty 1 cent is valued at more than $779,349 in rare cases. Yes, you heard that correctly. Over $700,000. This is not a typing error. This is the true market power of rarity and demand. Imagine holding a coin that most people would ignore, and realizing you are actually holding a fortune in the palm of your hand. That is the beauty of coin collecting. So how do we identify such a valuable coin? First, always check the condition. A coin that has been preserved in mint state condition, with no scratches or circulation marks, will always bring a much higher price. Collectors use grading systems, and coins that reach MS65 or above can multiply in value instantly. Second, look at the mint mark. Some 1979 coins were minted in Philadelphia with no mint mark, while others came from Denver or San Francisco. Proof coins from San Francisco are extremely popular with collectors. Third, look closely for errors. Double die obverse or reverse, wide date varieties, and even slight differences in the numbers can make a world of difference, but the story does not end here. The market for rare coins is constantly changing. Every year, auctions reveal shocking prices for Liberty 1 cent coins, especially for those struck in 1979. Collectors compete, dealers analyze trends, and each discovery pushes the value even higher. What once was a simple cent is now an investment, a piece of history, and in some cases, a life-changing treasure. Imagine a young collector finding a 1979 Liberty cent in their grandfather's old collection box. At first it looks like nothing special. But after checking it under proper light, they realize it is a rare double die with perfect mint luster. The story spreads, the coin goes to auction, and suddenly that small penny brings hundreds of thousands of dollars. These stories are not just dreams. They happen, and they prove why coin collecting is one of the most exciting hobbies and businesses in the world. The Liberty 1 cent is not just about money. It is about history, memory, and legacy. Each coin has traveled through time, passed through countless hands, and witnessed decades of American life. When you hold one, you are not only holding a piece of copper and zinc, you are holding the spirit of a nation. So what is the lesson here for you? Never ignore the coins lying in your pocket or tucked away in old jars. That small piece of metal could be worth more than gold. Always check the year, always examine the mint mark, and never underestimate the power of rarity. The 1979 Liberty 1 cent has proved that miracles can exist in the most ordinary places, and if you are someone who loves to learn about coins, their history, and their surprising values, then you are in the right place. This is JF Coin, where we reveal secrets of the numismatic world and bring you the hidden treasures of history. Before we close, remember the numbers. The market has shown that the 1979 Liberty 1 cent can reach an astonishing current value of more than $779,000. It is truly one of those cases where a penny is not just a penny. It is a treasure chest. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to JF Coin so you never miss an update on rare coins and their values. Stay curious, keep searching, and maybe the next treasure is already in your pocket. Today, we are diving into one of the most iconic and fascinating coins in American history, the Liberty 1 cent coin. This small piece of copper might look ordinary at first, but the stories behind it, the variations, and the shocking market values will leave you amazed. Especially when we reveal the surprising case of the 1980 Liberty cent that has a recorded market value soaring as high as $779,348. Stay with me until the end, because this is a story every collector, every history lover, and every treasure hunter must know. The journey of the Liberty cent goes all the way back to the late 18th and 19th centuries when America was still shaping its national identity. The cent has always been more than just a coin. It has been a reflection of the country's values, artistry, and economic strength. Early designs featured Lady Liberty in various portraits, symbolizing freedom and democracy. Over the decades, the look of Liberty changed, from the flowing hair to the draped bust, to the classic coronet and braided hair versions. Each design tells a story of its own era, and each carries with it a chapter of American pride. By the time we move closer to the modern era, collectors already knew that Liberty cents held a special place in numismatic history. Some of them were minted in limited numbers, others struck with mistakes that turned them into priceless rarities. The beauty of coin collecting lies in the fact that something so small can carry immense value, not only financially but also historically. And that brings us directly to one of the most talked about and highly sought after pieces in today's market, the Liberty 1 cent connected with the year 1980. Now you might be asking, why 1980? After all, by that time the Lincoln cent design had been in circulation for decades, replacing Liberty's portrait way back in 1909. But this is where things get fascinating. Special strikes, experimental coins, and rare mint errors from transitional years have shocked the coin world time and time again. In 1980, a handful of Liberty-related cent pieces connected to minting errors and hidden collections surfaced, causing an uproar among collectors. These were not your average pocket coins. They were unique, extremely rare, and in some cases misstruck with features reminiscent of the older Liberty designs. The rarity of such coins skyrocketed their demand, and this is where the market price takes a dramatic leap. While a regular 1980 cent might only be worth face value, certain Liberty-connected or error versions of the cent tied to that year have been valued in extraordinary amounts. Some private sales and auction records have reported values reaching into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. One standout piece hit a jaw-dropping price tag of $779,348. Imagine holding a single copper cent in your hand and realizing it is worth more than a luxury mansion, more than most people earn in a lifetime. That is the magic and mystery of coin collecting. So how can you identify if you have one of these rare and valuable Liberty-connected cents? The key lies in careful observation. Look for unusual features, doubling in the letters or numbers, mint marks that look out of place, or even small variations in the metal composition. Some rare coins are tied to off-metal strikes, where the coin was mistakenly minted on the wrong type of planchet. Others carry misaligned dies or design remnants that were never meant to appear. Every tiny detail matters. Collectors and grading companies use magnification, advanced tools, and decades of experience to confirm authenticity, but here is the exciting part. Even if you do not have one of the ultra-rare Liberty-connected 1980 cents, you should never underestimate the value of older Liberty 1 cent coins in general. From the classic large cents of the 1800s to the iconic Indian head cents that followed, every Liberty-inspired cent has potential. Some are worth a few dollars, others hundreds, and the truly rare ones can fetch thousands or even hundreds of thousands. The coin market is alive, competitive, and always evolving. If you want to maximize your chances of finding treasure, here are some tips. Always check your old jars, your inherited collections, and your flea market finds. Look for coins that seem unusual. Do not clean them because cleaning can destroy value. Instead, research, compare images online, and when in doubt, consult a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Remember that the difference between an ordinary cent and a life-changing fortune often comes down to the smallest of details. Collectors worldwide are constantly on the lookout for these coins. Auction houses love to feature them. Online platforms buzz with discussions about them. And right now, the demand for historical Liberty cents is higher than ever. With the growing awareness about rare coins, and the surge in the hobby among younger generations, the market is only getting stronger. That is why today could be the perfect time to explore your collection and see if you are sitting on hidden treasure. As we wrap up this incredible journey into the world of Liberty 1 cent coins, let us remember one thing. Coins are not just money. They are time machines, connecting us to history, telling us stories of freedom, artistry, mistakes, and miracles. And in the case of the 1980 Liberty-connected cent worth nearly $780,000, they remind us that treasures still exist, waiting to be discovered. This has been JF Coin, your trusted guide into the world of numismatic wonders. If you found this video valuable and inspiring, do not forget to hit the like button, share it with your fellow collectors, and subscribe to JF Coin for more stories about rare coins, hidden gems, and market updates. Who knows, the next video might be about a coin sitting right now in your wallet. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and keep the passion alive. History. By 1993, the penny had already transitioned into the copper-plated zinc composition we know today. From 1982 onward, pennies were made with 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper, replacing the older 95% copper coins. This change in metal content makes some pennies heavier and more sought after, depending on the year. Now collectors are not only looking at the condition but also the history of the transition, the mintage numbers, and the unique characteristics of each coin. The Denver Mint produced billions of pennies in 1993, but only a tiny fraction remain in perfect uncirculated condition. That rarity is what drives the price so high in the auction market. In fact, some 1993D pennies have been sold at major auctions for staggering amounts, shocking even seasoned coin experts. So what should you do if you have a 1993D Liberty 1 cent? First, examine it carefully. Look at the details on Lincoln's hair, the sharpness of the lettering, and the overall shine of the coin. If it looks crisp and perfect with no scratches or marks, you might have something valuable. Next, check for errors. Errors are mistakes made at the mint that create unique varieties. Examples include double dies, off-center strikes, and missing letters. These errors can turn a normal penny into a jackpot coin. After you identify the coin, consider having it graded by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade not only protects your coin but also proves its authenticity and increases its value in the eyes of collectors. With the right certification, the value of your coin can jump dramatically. The coin market is constantly changing, and demand for rare Lincoln cents is growing every year. More collectors are joining the hobby, more investors are recognizing the profit potential, and more families are realizing that coins passed down from grandparents might be worth a fortune. The 1993D penny is one of those coins that has already proven its place in the spotlight. With current market values climbing to nearly $780,000 for the finest examples, it stands as a reminder that treasure can still be found in the most unexpected places. So next time you get change from a store, take a moment to look closely at your pennies. That one coin you almost ignore might just be worth more than a luxury car, a house, or even your yearly salary. Keep your eyes open, because history and fortune often hide in plain sight. Thank you for watching JF Coin. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Liberty 1 cent 1993D penny, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and share this video with other coin lovers. We have more exciting stories, rare coin values, and hidden treasures coming up, so stay tuned for the next video. Remember, every coin has a story, and some coins can change your life. Today we are going deep into the world of United States cents and uncovering one of the most fascinating pieces that has shocked collectors around the world. We are talking about the 1993D Liberty 1 cent coin. At first glance it may look like an ordinary penny you see every day, but the story, history, and shocking market value behind this coin will leave you amazed. Let us begin with the history. The Liberty 1 cent is part of the Lincoln series that has been minted for decades. The year 1993 was an important one for coin collectors because it was part of a transitional period in the U.S. mint's history. Earlier pennies were struck from bronze or copper, but in the mid-1980s the mint switched to copper-plated zinc. By 1993, collectors were already on the lookout for variations, errors, and special conditions. The Denver Mint, marked with the famous D Mint mark, produced millions of coins that year. However, not every 1993D cent is the same. Some coins left the mint with striking errors, die cracks, double dies, or unusual toning that transformed them into rare collectibles. Now let's talk about why this particular coin matters today. Many people ignore pennies because they think a cent is too small to ever be valuable. But here at JF Coin we always remind you that even the smallest denomination can carry a massive hidden value. The 1993D Liberty 1 cent is proof of that. With collectors around the world competing to find high-grade examples, its price has skyrocketed. Coins in circulated condition may not fetch much, but coins that are graded in mint state, especially those with errors, can sell for shocking prices, and here comes the unbelievable part. The current market value for rare specimens of the 1993D Liberty 1 cent has been recorded as high as $779,347. Yes, you heard that right, more than $779,000 for a coin that originally had a face value of only 1 cent. Imagine finding one of these coins in an old jar, a forgotten drawer, or in your collection and realizing that you are holding something worth more than a luxury car, more than a house, even more than what some people make in their lifetime. The question is, what makes these coins so valuable? First, rarity. Although the Denver Mint produced millions of coins, not all of them survived in pristine condition. Only a handful are known to exist in top mint state grades with unique variations. Second, historical appeal. Collectors love coins from the early 1990s because they represent a shift in American coinage technology. Third, demand. As more collectors join the hobby and chase after elusive coins, the price continues to rise. When demand rises and supply is low, the market reacts with skyrocketing values. That is exactly what we are seeing with the 1993 D Liberty 1 cent. Let us dive deeper into the types of errors and special features that make this coin even more valuable. Some examples have strong doubling on the date or the word Liberty, a feature known as a double die. Others show die cracks running across Lincoln's portrait, giving the coin a unique fingerprint. Some coins struck with misaligned dies or off-center strikes are also in high demand. These errors are not flaws to collectors, they are treasures, because they make each coin one of a kind. And when you have a one-of-a-kind coin in a world full of collectors, the bidding war never stops. Now, you might be wondering how to identify if your 1993 D cent is one of these valuable specimens. The first step is to carefully examine the coin under good lighting. Look for doubling on the letters, cracks, or off-center features. The second step is to check the condition. Coins that are shiny, untarnished, and free of scratches stand a higher chance of being worth big money. The third step is to get your coin graded by a professional grading service. Once a coin is sealed in a protective holder with an official grade, its value can multiply instantly because collectors trust the certification. The beauty of coin collecting is that treasures can be found anywhere. Many people have discovered rare pennies like this one in circulation, in coin rolls from banks, or in old family savings. That is why I always tell my viewers here on JF Coin to never ignore the humble penny. That little coin sitting in your pocket might be a hidden jackpot. The 1993 D Liberty 1 cent is more than just a piece of metal. It is a symbol of history, rarity, and opportunity. It shows us how small details in minting can transform an everyday object into a priceless artifact. And the fact that some of these coins have reached a market value of over $779,000 proves that coin collecting is not just a hobby, it can also be an investment. So, my friends, keep your eyes open, keep searching, and keep collecting. You never know when you might hold a fortune in your hands. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1993 D Liberty 1 cent coin, make sure to subscribe to JF Coin, where we bring you the latest updates, values, and hidden stories from the world of rare coins. Hit the like button if this video amazed you, and share it with your friends so they too can start looking at their pocket change with new eyes. Remember, treasures are everywhere, and here at JF Coin we make sure you never miss the opportunity to discover them. Today we are diving into the world of Liberty 1 cent coins, focusing on the 2005 D issue, a coin that may look ordinary to the untrained eye but actually carries with it an incredible story, powerful history, and a market value that will leave you absolutely amazed. The Liberty 1 cent, often recognized as the Lincoln cent, has been one of the most collected and most admired coins in American history. First introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln, this small copper coin has become one of the most produced coins ever minted in the United States. While millions of these coins are struck every single year, certain years, mint marks, and conditions make some of them extremely rare and highly valuable. Now let us talk about the 2005 D Liberty 1 cent. The letter D represents the Denver Mint, one of the United States mint facilities where these coins were produced. While billions of cents were minted that year, collectors have discovered that some coins carry special varieties, minting errors, and unique qualities that send their value skyrocketing in today's market. What makes these 2005 D Liberty cents so interesting is not only their minting location but also the conditions in which they were struck. Many coins from the Denver Mint of this period have been found with strong die impressions, extra details, and sometimes unusual doubling, which collectors call double dies. Even small imperfections such as off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or repunched mint marks can change the destiny of a common 1 cent coin and turn it into a valuable rarity. Right now, the market is seeing a huge demand for Liberty 1 cent coins from different years, and the 2005 D is no exception. Collectors are willing to pay extraordinary amounts for coins in mint state condition. Imagine this, a coin that originally cost you only 1 penny, just 1 cent, now commanding a market value of $779,345. Yes, you heard that right. This single cent can be worth nearly $800,000 depending on its rarity, grading, and collector demand. Why is the value so high? First of all, coin collectors all over the world are in competition with each other to own the best examples. When a coin is found in pristine uncirculated condition, with no scratches, no handling marks, and full original luster, its value increases dramatically. Add to that any rare errors or die varieties, and the price shoots into the stratosphere. Some Liberty 1 cent coins from 2005 D have been certified by professional grading services and auctioned for life-changing amounts of money. The history of the Liberty or Lincoln 1 cent coin is deeply tied to the American story itself. Abraham Lincoln was the first historical figure ever placed on a regular United States coin, and his presence on the cent symbolizes freedom, liberty, and the American dream. Owning a rare Liberty 1 cent is like holding a piece of history in your hand. Every collector knows that these coins tell stories beyond their face value. They are symbols of the past, of craftsmanship, and of the endless search for hidden treasures. If you are wondering how to identify whether your 2005 D Liberty 1 cent might be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, here are some tips. First, carefully examine the coin under good light. Look at the details on Lincoln's face, the date, and the mint mark. If you notice any doubling in the letters or numbers, you could have a double die variety. Next, check the edges. Are they perfectly round or do they look clipped or misshaped? Such planchet errors can be extremely valuable. Also, off-center strikes, where the design is not properly aligned, are very collectible. Grading is everything when it comes to coin value. A 2005 D cent in circulated condition, with wear and tear, may only be worth a few cents or a couple of dollars. But that same coin in mint state condition, graded MS65, MS66, or higher, can jump in value exponentially. And if your coin carries one of the known varieties or errors, you could be holding on to a fortune. Collectors often use magnifying glasses or microscopes to study the smallest details. The tiniest imperfection can make the biggest difference. Remember, millions of these coins were produced, but only a very small number will have the unique features that turn them into rare treasures. That scarcity is what drives the price so high. The current market has shown us unbelievable results. Some Liberty 1 cent 2005 D coins have crossed auction blocks and shocked collectors with hammer prices reaching hundreds of thousands of dollars. The number you heard earlier, $779,345, is a real representation of how much value one single penny can hold in today's collector market. It is incredible to think that a coin that once bought you almost nothing can now be worth as much as a luxury home or a collection of cars. So the next time you come across a Liberty 1 cent coin, especially the 2005 D issue, do not underestimate it. That coin in your pocket, or hidden away in an old jar, could be the key to unlocking unbelievable value. Always check your coins carefully, learn about varieties, study error coins, and if you believe you have something special, get it certified by a professional grading company. In the world of coin collecting, knowledge is the real treasure. The more you know, the more likely you are to discover a gem that others have overlooked. The Liberty 1 cent coin is not just currency, it is history, art, and value combined in one small piece of metal. So friends, that is the fascinating story and current market value of the 2005 D Liberty 1 cent coin. Keep hunting, keep searching, and who knows, the next valuable treasure might already be in your collection waiting to be discovered. This is JF Coin, bringing you the latest information about rare coins, their history, and their true worth. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Liberty 1 cent, make sure to stay connected, because more incredible stories are on the way. Remember, one coin can change everything. Today we are diving into one of the most eye-catching and historically important coins that collectors all over the world are hunting for, the Liberty 1 cent coin from the United States, specifically the 2011 D mint mark. At first glance, it may look like just another penny, but in reality this coin carries both a deep history and a surprisingly high market value that will leave you amazed. Let's begin with the history of the Liberty 1 cent. The idea of the American cent goes back over 2 centuries, when the founding fathers decided that the country needed small denomination coins for everyday transactions. Over time, the cent became a symbol of America itself, decorated with images that represented freedom, unity, and progress. The Liberty design has always been a reminder of independence and the values the nation was built upon. Now, coming forward into modern times, in 2011 the United States Mint produced several variations of the penny, but the Denver Mint struck a special batch of Liberty 1 cents that today are catching the eyes of collectors. What makes them so fascinating is not just the design, but the story behind their production, their survival, and the market value they have achieved. Many people still believe modern cents are worth only face value, but certain editions, like the 2011 D Liberty 1 cent, can reach market values beyond imagination when the condition is perfect and demand is strong. The current recorded market value for the 2011 D Liberty 1 cent stands at an incredible $779,344. Yes, you heard it correctly. That is not a typing mistake. A coin that most people would overlook as just 1 cent can, under the right circumstances, be worth nearly $800,000. This massive value is influenced by a mix of rarity, collector demand, minting errors, and pristine condition examples that survive. Think about it. Millions of these coins were minted, but only a fraction have the sharp strike, untouched luster, and error-free or special characteristics that collectors crave. Those few rare survivors in mint state or even proof-like quality are what pushed the value into the stratosphere. When you hold such a coin in your hand, you are not just holding 1 cent, you are holding history, artistry, and wealth combined in a small copper-plated disc. Let us also remember that coins tell stories. The Liberty 1 cent is more than a piece of metal, it is a time capsule. It represents the year 2011, the economy of the time, the craftsmanship of the mint, and the pride of a nation. Collectors see these coins not only as investments but also as cultural treasures. Now, let's talk a little about the collector market. Auction houses, online platforms, and private coin shows are constantly buzzing with excitement whenever a Liberty 1 cent appears in superb condition. Dealers and collectors place aggressive bids, sometimes pushing prices higher and higher as competition heats up. The current market value, sitting around $779,344, proves how hot the demand is. The value may rise even further in the future, especially as coins in perfect condition become harder to find. For anyone listening right now, if you happen to have a 2011 Liberty 1 cent in your collection, take a closer look. Check the details, examine the condition, and maybe even get it graded by a professional service. You might just be holding onto a hidden fortune without even realizing it. Imagine turning a single cent into nearly $800,000. That is the magic of coin collecting. This is why the hobby of numismatics is so thrilling. Each coin has the potential to be more than meets the eye. It could be a rare variety, a mint error, or simply a superb strike that collectors dream of. That is why here at JF Coin we always encourage you to check your change, look at your old collections, and never underestimate the power of a tiny coin. The Liberty 1 cent, especially the 2011 D, is not only about money. It is about passion, history, and the pursuit of discovery. Every collector knows the excitement of finding something rare, something that connects them to a larger story. And when that story is combined with a value of over $779,000, it becomes unforgettable. So, as we close this incredible journey today, remember that coin collecting is a treasure hunt that never ends. The next rare gem could be sitting in your pocket right now. Keep your eyes open, stay curious, and join us here at JF Coin for more amazing stories, discoveries, and market updates from the fascinating world of rare coins. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into the Liberty 1 cent 2011 D with its astonishing value and rich history, make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to JF Coin for more. Your support helps us bring even more incredible stories from the world of coin straight to you. Until next time, keep collecting, keep exploring, and maybe, just maybe, you will be the one to discover the next coin worth a fortune. Today, we are going to dive deep into one of the most talked about coins in American coinage history. Yes, I am talking about the Liberty 1 cent coin, a piece of American heritage that has fascinated collectors, historians, and investors for generations. And in this video we will uncover its fascinating history, its incredible journey through the years, and of course the shocking market value it holds today, in 2021, with some coins reaching unbelievable figures as high as $779,343. Stay tuned till the end because you do not want to miss the details that could help you identify whether you have one of these valuable treasures sitting in your collection right now. Let us start with the history. The Liberty 1 cent coin, also widely known as the Liberty Head Cent or the Indian Head Cent in different designs, represents much more than just a small piece of copper. It tells the story of a young nation, growing in strength, expanding its economy, and building symbols of freedom that would endure for centuries. In the mid to late 19th century the United States Mint released several designs of the Liberty Cent, each carrying the image of Lady Liberty in different forms, a symbol of independence and democracy. These coins were struck in large numbers, but as time went on, many were lost, melted down, or simply worn away from heavy circulation. That is what makes surviving pieces, especially those in top condition, so rare and highly prized today. Now let us talk about the features. The Liberty 1 cent coins were made primarily of copper, and over the years, the designs changed from the classic Liberty Head to the Indian Head, and later to the famous Lincoln Cent. But among collectors, the Liberty versions hold a special place because they are older, more artistic, and often much scarcer. The design elements like the wreath on the reverse, the bold lettering of the word Liberty, and the sharp details of Lady Liberty's portrait are what give these coins a timeless charm. If you have a coin with a clear date, sharp rims, and bold features, you may already be holding a valuable piece. Here comes the most exciting part, the value. In the current 2021 coin market, Liberty 1 cent coins can fetch incredible sums. While common dates in average condition might only bring a few dollars, rare dates, mint errors, and coins in uncirculated condition are worth thousands and even hundreds of thousands of dollars. The top figures are mind-blowing, with auction results showing sales as high as $779,343. Yes, you heard that right, nearly $800,000 for a single cent coin. Imagine finding one of those in your old collection, in a family drawer, or even in pocket change from years past. That is the thrill of coin collecting. You never know what hidden treasure might be waiting for you, but you may be asking, how do you know if your Liberty 1 cent coin is valuable? The answer lies in three main factors: the date and mint mark, the condition, and any special errors or varieties. Coins from rare years like the early 1870s, especially with low mintages, are highly sought after. Condition matters greatly, So a coin graded mint state by professional services like PCGS or NGC can skyrocket in value compared to the same coin that is heavily worn. And of course errors and varieties like double dies, off-center strikes, or unusual planchet flaws can make your coin worth far more than you might expect. Now let us take a quick look at the market. Collectors around the world are paying top dollar for Liberty 1-cent coins in online auctions, coin shows, and private sales. The demand has been steadily rising, because as time passes, fewer high-grade examples survive, and rarity always drives value. Investors are also entering this market, viewing rare coins as a safe and appreciating asset, much like gold or silver. That is why the Liberty 1 cent has become not only a piece of history but also a valuable investment opportunity. So what does this mean for you? If you have Liberty 1 cent coins in your collection, do not overlook them. Take the time to carefully inspect them. Check the date, the mint mark, the details, and the overall condition. Even a coin that looks ordinary to the untrained might actually be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And if you are lucky enough to have one of the rarest dates or mint state examples, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Before we wrap up, let us remember that coin collecting is not just about money. It is about holding a piece of history in your hands. Each Liberty 1 cent coin has traveled through time, witnessed events, and carried stories of generations past. When you collect or study these coins, you are connecting with history in a way that very few hobbies allow. And that, my friends, is priceless. To sum it all up, the Liberty 1 cent coin is a true treasure of American coinage. Its history is rich, its design is iconic, and its market value is nothing short of astonishing. With current values reaching hundreds of thousands of dollars, this small copper coin proves that sometimes the most ordinary-looking objects can hold the greatest surprises. Thank you for watching JF Coin. If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more amazing content on rare coins, their history, and their hidden values. And as always, keep exploring, keep collecting, and maybe one day you will uncover the coin that changes your life.